NBA2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's ready to talk things through with the team. If you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better. Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
The shot's good from Brunson.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Gives a team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
4 on the clock. Towns, no luck. Here's Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Wembanyama's got his second basket.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
And it's Vassell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Brunson. Here's Towns. Wembanyama with the block.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. It's Fox with the drive.
So shifty. Fox gets in there anytime he wants to.
And the Knicks with possession. 7-point differential. Brunson outside. Achua in the corner. Back to Brunson. 4 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Achua. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
San Antonio ball.
We've seen a quick start here for the Spurs. They lead by 7. Fox, no good. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. That one falls for Brunson. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Here's Vassell. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. We'll start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Second free throw, no good. The numbers will back it up, Brett, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. We can expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
Thank you, David. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Vassell in the corner. Pass to Castle. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Brunson. And even 3-on-3 break. Towns for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Towns has got 5 points so far. Here's Castle. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. 56 seconds left here in the opening quarter. They set the pick. Wembanyama with it. Brunson picks him up. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, Wembanyama has every shot in the bag. How about the touch there?
Pass to Achua. Back to Brunson. Achua with it. Still yet to score. Shot clock at 3. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
A 3 from Wembanyama. It's rebounded by New York. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Count the basket.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Bridges, right side. For the 3. That one misses. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio.
18. The Knicks. 13.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Spins with the spin. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
He runs so well for his size. Wembanyama knows how to finish on the break.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Brunson, right side. Now Towns. He's got 5. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Spurs leading by 9. Pass to Castle. Outside for Wembanyama. And here is Fox. 3-pointer. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Towns, the screen. The kick out to Anunoby. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Down low. Towns in the corner. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
San Antonio ball.
Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Castle misses. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft and keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Here's Brunson. Brunson, hard finish inside. And Brent, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Well, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But there's a lot of kids out there watching what's going on, and they're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
And he knocks down the first one. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Oh, what a feed right there. Towns' vision is really off the charts.
To the inside. A shot. And that one's good. Bessie. Bessie's got the lead up to 14 now for San Antonio.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Back to Brunson. Some nice passing by New York here. Pass to Achua. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
And just too good getting around the defender, as Paul is such a savvy player.
Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. Rebound, San Antonio.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Over to the wing. Pass to Branham. They get the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Anunoby, good.
People talk about 3-and-D with Bridges, but he can pass it too.
Here's Champagny. He's guarded by Anunoby. Here's Branham. Bridges with the steal. Pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. And here's Brunson outside. Rebound by Sohan. To the paint. And that one's good, Bessie. Tennessee's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Brunson with the drive. And the first half is now in the books. It's San Antonio leading by 14. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Brent, when you survey Jalen Brunson going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
Inside. Towns, no luck. Spurs leading by 12. Here's Branham. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And he makes that one. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Paul surveying the floor. Pass to Branham. Here's Sohan. Shot clock at 5. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction. A prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
And Towns drops them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Poke loose. Bridges with the steal. For the finish. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Wembanyama. Fires the three. Again, the miss by the Spurs. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 16.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
To the middle. Back to Towns. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
Here's Fox. Vassell outside. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Checking in for the Knicks.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Knicks trail by 8. Bridges outside. And stolen by Wembanyama. The tray. Knicks with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The 3 from Barnes. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Puts up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Bridges got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Robinson, that's good.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Right with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. Out to Bridges. Here's Robinson. Left to right. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. And he comes up with the deuce. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, sometimes it's like a patient that's struggling to breathe. You just got to keep the play alive, and Robinson able to do that there.
Outside for Wembanyama. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Right, left side. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Out to the right wing. Here's Wembanyama. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Got it up. Oh, he got it to go.
Patient.
Bam. Wow, what a way to fit.
The Knicks. 40.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Spurs leading by 4. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. Fires from 14. Rebounded by Hart. Knicks trail by 4. The kick out to right. Anunoby has the open look. And again, New York with the triple.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Wembanyama with it. Hart covering. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Barnes outside. There's the pick. Clock at 4. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Wembanyama. Second shot opportunity. Oh, there's the strength training from Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Fox with the steal. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
And Wembanyama outside. It's rebounded by New York.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. San Antonio again missing. A miss that time would have put him up. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Shoots over Bridges. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Pass to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. New York moving it around. And they take the lead. Achua's got the lead up to 2 now for New York.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Brunson outside. Pass to Towns. Wide open look. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
To the paint. Here's Towns. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Towns has got the game tied up here for the Knicks. And Wembanyama outside. .131 left to play in the final quarter. Bucket is good.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
And here's Brunson. Pass to Achua. And the 3 off target.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Nice. That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hart. Brunson with a clean look. It's money from deep.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch. I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Towns, the screen. To the left side wing. Back to Hart. Fox with the steal. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Wembanyama. Good!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
Down low. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
Oh, my. Karl Anthony Towns with a little extra emphasis on that one.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So a close game sees New York take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. Now here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
That's just too easy for D-Book. You can't give him an opening like that.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Green. Driving to the basket. It's stolen by Allen. Beal gets a wide open look. Here's KD. That shot off. Nice defense from Kuminga. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. We discussed Steph Curry, of course, and what he advised his team to do against him. Coach said, I told our guys that we have to be right up on him, to fight over screens and not allow him to feel comfortable out there. A huge task for any defense, and we'll see if this one is up to the challenge. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Butler. Following the miss by Bol. Back to Butler. To the middle. Curry can't get it to go. Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bill.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
Now, here's Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. They get the rebound. Takes a three. Warriors getting another chance here. Here's the three.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
Another miss by Curry. Here's KD. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And that's the ball movement you're looking for, and Butler drills it.
Durant up top. Puts it up. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Stephen Curry.
And good that time.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Durant with it. Butler covering.
The first 2 minutes.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Durant. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Curry. An easy 2 points on the layup. Curry's got 6.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
Richard, when it comes to Draymond Green, we know about his defense, but what does he give you offensively?
I think it starts with his passing. Not many big men can do what he does the way he does it. And especially effective when he's hitting the 3-ball, stretching the floor, allowing for more space for his shooters.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Durant. Pass to Bull. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Connects from 3-point range.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Booker with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Allen outside. Booker with no one around. Drills it from outside. Booker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Instantaneous offense. Booker gets the hot pass and quickly has that shot in the air.
Down low. Moody's shot is off. Suns trail by 6. Top of the key, Booker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And he can't hit the second. Bull, that's good.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamental.
Curry outside. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Warriors lead by 3.
The Warriors, 15.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Booker inside. Bull. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing you can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks. Down Oh, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home. And that's got to be painful for a player.
You get taken back a little bit. For some players, it's deserved, but it's always a surprise. But you have to be self-aware. Did you deserve to get booed? In most cases, it's true.
If the teardrop sinks the triple. Beal's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Beal can hurt you from just about anywhere, but he is a multi-skilled player.
From the arc, a nice shot by Moody. And the Warriors lead by 4.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
KD on the wing. He has 5. Clock is at 3. Here's Bull. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Bull's got 4 this quarter.
At his size, KD is able to see the floor so well, and it helps him make passes just like that.
Back to Curry. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Curry's shot is off.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
14 feet away. No good from Durant.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Curry is inside. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Looking unstoppable. Even the foul can't hold back Curry's shot.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
And he makes that one.
How about the quickness on the drive from Curry? The moment he finds his opening, that guy is off to the races.
And the dunk by Bull.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Suns trail by 7. Screen by Bull. Back to Booker. Outside for Durant. Booker outside. Wide open. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Booker's got 8. Curry on the drive. Butler up top. They kick it out to Green. To the inside. Out to the right wing. The offensive rebound. Here's Moody. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
On a night like tonight, Steph Curry is must-watch basketball. He can score from anywhere.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. The Warriors on top, up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Golden State moving the ball around. On the wing, Payton. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Payton's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Warriors. And as disappointing as the Suns' first-round exit was last year, RJ, this team, I think, still has a window open. How about you?
Yeah, Kevin, I've often said it takes teams a second year. That first year is really the adjustment period for star players. The Suns core group had some growing pains in that first season, but look, this year, I think this is the year we're going to see the best version of the Phoenix Suns.
Booker looking around. Outside Durant. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Ho-hum, guess what? Another bucket for KD, just making the game look easy, somewhat boring.
The Suns have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Boy, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Warriors leading by 9. They kick it out to Green. Another 3 for Golden State.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Butler finishing at the other end.
No surprise, it's Green who gets it all started, using those defensive instincts to find the steal.
And that one's good. Richard.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Hield. The rebound by Richard. Suns trail by 12. Back to Beal. Pass to Durant. Inside. Here's Richards. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Butler. Butler on the attack.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. It's Allen on the wing. The Suns need to get a shot off. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Warriors making a change here. Here's Podziemski. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Booker.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident that they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time and through the fire. The hope is with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you. And here's the fast break. Pass to Durant. Tough 2 from Durant.
Yeah, even though he's slender, Durant is good at keeping his balance through contact. The man is stronger than he looks.
Down low. Here's Santos. Here's Post. And another 3 for Golden State.
Three-point field goal.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Booker, right side. Durant deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. And then Durant with the jam.
What an athletic play by Durant. This man, what can't he do?
To the wing on the left. Back to Pajemski. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Assisted by.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Outside Durant. Kicks it out to Allen. Booker outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with it.
The Warriors, 54.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Suns trail by 18. To the inside. Bull. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And guys, this is kind of Bull's role. He's out there to score, and he does it in a variety of ways.
Kuminga with a wide open look. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Assist goes to.
That is a tough shot.
And here's Booker. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
People first think of Booker as an outside shooter, but he does a lot of his work in the lane.
Outside Butler. Launches it. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
3-point field goal.
And the Warriors lead by 19.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. The shot by Curry, no good. Here's Booker.
Nice finish. He's hitting on all cylinders. Booker takes off and never looks back.
Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Shoots. Curry on the wing. The 3. Another.
This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Maxey surveys. The kick out to Edwards. No good on the triple. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now Maxey kicks it to George. Pass to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Embiid from outside. DiVincenzo with it. Guarded now by George. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. McDaniels from long range. First shot won't go. And here's Edwards outside. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. And the basket by Edwards.
And just working his way inside, keeping Edwards out of the paint is not an easy task.
Baseline jumper. Count it.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Randle outside. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. Outside. DiVincenzo. Back to Gobert. The layup off target. And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. It's a three-point game. To the middle. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Maxey. Kicks it to George. 4 on the clock. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Embiid from outside.
On defense, Gobert expertly uses his size and length, making himself into a wall.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
1:52 left in the first quarter of the game. A clear look for Embiid. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, they happen sometimes.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Out to Oubre. The three ball. Offensive rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 5. DiVincenzo with it. Oubre picks him up. Randall deciding where to go with it. Here is DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Inside. George for 3. He buries it from 3.
Such a pure score. If George finds his shot, it's almost as good as in.
Pass to Gobert. Down low. Here's Edwards. And Embiid with the block. Outside for Randall. And here's Edwards. Guarded by Edwards. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Three-pointer Embiid. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You must respect Embiid's range as a defender. He'll make you pay every chance he gets.
Here's Edwards. Rebound by Philadelphia. Up top, George. Oubre on the wing. From downtown. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves ahead. Up 2.
The Timberwolves 10.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Here's Randall. No points so far. And Joel Embiid with a number of different co-stars in his time in Philly, Richard.
Yes, Ben Simmons in his prime, Jimmy Butler, James Harden, they've all come and gone. But in Tyrese Maxey, Embiid might have found the tag team partner for the long haul.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Ryan, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie.
That's his first
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the 76ers.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Outside Oubre. Back to Maxey. It's tipped. DiVincenzo with the steal. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Reed. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. George with a steal. And now the Sixers on the break. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for 1.
We see this so often. Embiid makes a strong move, drawing contact, and completes the play.
An MVP in this league, Richard. Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, B.A. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it.
For three, Randall. The rebound by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 4.
Nice pass by Embiid, smartly taking advantage of a wide-open man.
Pass to Edwards. Back to Randall. To halt the run. And that's 2 points on the layup. Randall's got his first 2 points.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
George outside. Here's Embiid. McDaniels with the rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Reed. Back to Daniels. Pass to Edwards. Edwards, so good inside.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Pass to McDaniels. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
To the paint. Here's Oubre. Up top, George. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Maxey. Goes back up. Kicks it to George. Pass to Embiid. DiVincenzo with a steal. Here's Randall. And oh, he just slams it over Paul George.
Oh, Randall puts some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
It's a one-on-one situation. Now here's Reed. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first half of basketball. For 3, Randall. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Hits the trifecta.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Embiid. Reed with the rebound.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
DiVincenzo with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Pass to Randall. Out to DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Here's McDaniels. Out of bounds. It'll be Sixers ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
30 seconds left to play in the first half. To the inside. Here's Oubre. McDaniels with the rebound.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Pass to Randall. Now Edwards. Off with the layup.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's Minnesota. They're up by 3. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
Pass to George. Embiid with it. All sorts of time. Buries the jump shot. Embiid's got 8 points.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
Reed sets a screen. Edwards, no good. 76ers trail by 4. Shoots. Maxey, that's good. He has 6.
Always quick to strike. Maxey just stops and pops, pulls the trigger.
And what a breakout 4th year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up.
And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
Outside Edwards. Pass to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside for Randall. Outside McDaniels. Rebound by Philadelphia. Pass to George for the tie. And he lays it in. George has got 7.
And it all comes together because George is a team player. He works so hard to support the play on the floor and be where he's needed to be for his team.
Reed, good.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, what a dunk by Embiid. He's just doing big man things the way big man should.
Outside Edwards. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Embiid.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had for 3.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Randall on the screen. Here's Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
And a slick play called by Edwards, creating space for himself to operate.
Kicks it to George. And the shot goes down. He's got 9.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside Reed. Clock at 6. Here's Edwards. There's 47 seconds left in the 3rd. Back to Reed. Pass to Edwards. From behind the arc. Again, the miss by Edwards.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
From the left block. Again, the Sixers score.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
.26 seconds left in the third quarter. Conley with the ball. Picked up by Lowry. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Conley. Fires from deep. Tries yet again. Gobert showing his skill inside.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays. And his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Walker. Got it off in time. And we've reached the end of the third. Sixers ahead, up by 4. And we're coming right back.
36.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Philadelphia has possession. They lead by 4. And Drummond with the jam.
And just a shrewd pass by Lowry. He has a gift for seeing what's happening on the floor and finding shooters.
They set the pick. Here's Miller to the left side wing. Here's Gobert into the lane. Gobert bowls his way in.
And look at the stride Gobert possesses. Able to get in with just a few steps.
Inside. The kick out to Walker. Here's Yabusele. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Drummond. And that's going to be a travel.
Minnesota ball.
Timberwolves trail by 4. .60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The length of Gobert is a problem for any defense. And, of course, he uses it so well to draw contact while shooting.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And, Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Left side, Conley. Down low. Embiid with a steal. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And it wasn't a very happy huddle. Coach told the team, quote, "We need to be better with the ball. We're committing too many turnovers. It's hurting us." Back over to you, Brian.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Randall. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. To the middle. Oh, deflected. Oh, Embiid with the slam.
Yeah, Embiid is getting everything he wants on the offensive side. He's playing some aggressive basketball right now.
McDaniels from long range. Edwards pulls it in.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
It's good. And now it's a 12-point Philadelphia lead.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Here's Edwards. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Yeah, defensively, Embiid can take over a game with his reach.
Oh, my goodness. How about that?
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And here's Edwards outside. Minnesota again missing.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
1:43 left in the fourth quarter. To stop the drought. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And Edwards' teammates encourage him to be aggressive, because when he is, he forces the defense's hand.
It's both from the stripe. 1:35 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Maxey attacking. The kick out to Edwards. Here's Oubre. Driving to the basket. Outside Maxey. For three, George. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the 76ers.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games from Joel Embiid.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances. This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Third team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Dante DiVincenzo.
Both free throws good from DiVincenzo. There's 37 seconds left in the final quarter. George with it. Edwards for three. McDaniels with the rebound. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. Free throw good, Edwards.
Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards. At the line for two.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
Sixers ball.
For three, George. He can't hit that time. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson,